rained earlier. Showers about an hour and 45 minutes away on the radar. Kickoff rule has been adjusted. They're expecting more returns this year. Devontae Turpin is an all-pro kick returner. Jake Elliott will kick off for the Eagles, who won the toss, defer the option of the second half. Our honor to start and end the season. Opener here. We've got Super Bowl 60 on NBC. Who's coming with us? The 2025 NFL season begins with Turpin returning from the 5. Trying to find an opening down the sideline, out of bounds, right around the 32-yard line. That's where the Dallas offense will begin. Big part of the story for Dallas. 3 Tylers, all first-round picks. Injury for the Eagles right away. Ben Van Sumeren, linebacker and fullback. And you can see he is really distraught about it right away. Here he is, engaged in blocking. Meantime, while you're watching this replay, a penalty flag has gone down, and Van Sumeren right away on the plant grabbed that leg and went to the ground. So I mentioned the flag as the athletic training staff was looking at Van Sumeren. Sean Smith, the referee, had to get between the teams, and one of the other officials threw a penalty flag. No surprise, edgy with the Cowboys and the Eagles. For the moment, the attention and the disappointment for the Eagles and Nick Sirianni are on Van Sumeren, their fullback, in kick coverage.
The attention with the fans, though, on the Dallas Cowboys and how that played out afterwards. So it is going to be one of those starts already to this season.
We talked about the movement of the kickoff. It's to promote more kickoff returns. The touchbacks now come out to the 35-yard line.
Conduct. Defense number 98. Number 98's defense actions has disqualified him from the game.
Whoa.
15-yard penalty.
Whoa.
Automatic. First down.
So Jalen Carter, the focus and the star for the Cowboys, for the Eagles on the front line, out for the game before a snap. Here he goes. He walks there in front of Dak Prescott. Did he spit? Did he spit on him? I think he did. There you go. There you go. And the official was right there to throw the flag. Brian Neal, the umpire, who was keeping an eye on that confrontation. No idea, obviously, what was said. But Jalen Carter out of this game before a snap. Chris, that's, first of all, I got no idea what he's thinking. And second, this is massive in terms of the game.
I got to tell you, he's the best player they have on their defense. And about 80% of what we were going to talk about on this broadcast, because to beat the Philadelphia Eagles, you have to double team Jalen Carter. If you don't get your offense started. Now you take off that one player on the defense that you had to focus your attention on. And it's almost like Micah Parsons now gone from the Cowboys. Same impact now with Jalen Carter gone.
Meantime, the injured player, Van Sumeren, is being carted off the field. A whole bunch of the Eagles came out to give their wishes to a guy who was going to play some in a fullback role in this offense this year. So you talk about trying to repeat as champs. And the path is never easy, right? You don't pick up where you left off. And before a snap, a player you were counting on is out for the season, perhaps with a leg injury. And this man is certainly out for the game before even being on the field.
You just can't believe what you just saw.
From the 47, Dak Prescott hands. Javonte Williams is now the running back for Dallas into Eagles territory at the 46. Dak Prescott missed half of last year after the hamstring surgery. Had an injury in Atlanta. It forced him to have to step away. He's been multiple injuries over the last few years. Chris, when healthy, he is still a very, very good quarterback.
I mean, 2 years ago, he finished second in the MVP balloting. So let's remember what he was before he got hurt a season ago.
Year 10 in the league for Dak. They put it in the hands of Turpin, the return man with great speed, featured on the second down for the first down of the Dallas season.
I think this is going to be one of the surprises for this season is how much Cavante Turpin is being used. Of course, we saw what he did as a return man. And remember, Tyreek Hill, with his early days with the Kansas City Chiefs, he didn't play a whole lot of receiver either. Got a chance, so who knows? They're going to try to work Turpin in a lot more into this offense.
At the Philadelphia 42-yard line. Prescott out quick. It's caught. Welcome to the Cowboys. George Pickens, who gets tagged there. They'll mark him at the 37-yard line. First 3 years in Pittsburgh. High productivity, some star plays. Also caused a lot of attention with his antics. Question is, how focused will Pickens be? So far, Chris, the reports have been good.
Yeah, and I think he spent a lot of time with C.D. Lamb, and C.D. Lamb was, you know, full of praise with Pickens. But what Pickens does is he is one of the very best in the NFL deep ball catchers. So if you're going to leave him one-on-one on the outside, they're simply going to throw it up to him.
From the 36, Williams running up the middle, close to a first down, shy of the 32-yard line. Javonte Williams behind a good offensive line could be a good equation for Dallas this year.
Well, this is a dream come true for the Dallas Cowboys. You've got Jalen Carter out of the game now. Their entire game plan, they were thinking about going no huddle, so they had to substitute him out so they could throw the football. And so far now, what we've seen in the early going is Jalen Carter out of the game, no double teams, and the Cowboys are doing exactly what they hope to do in this one, which is start out running the football.
A lot on Jordan Davis, number 90, with Carter ejected before the first snap of the game. Prescott, play action, about to get hit, throwing it. It's open for C.D. Lamb inside the 5. First and goal, Dallas, as Prescott hits Lamb down to the 2. Dallas runs to the ball.
What a move on the outside by C.D. Lamb. Almost nobody can stay with him, and not Adoree Jackson. Remember, Darius Slay gone for the Eagles, and they're right after his replacement, Adoree Jackson.
First and goal, Dak putting it up for Lamb. Contact and a flag on Jackson. Veteran in his 9th year, last 4 years with the Giants. Darius Slay was released, signed with the Steelers. Jackson takes over at corner.
Pass interference. Defense, number 8. Half the distance penalty. Automatic first down.
Absolutely no question. So taking advantage of both of the weaker parts now for the Philadelphia Eagles. Along the defensive line with no Carter, and going right after Adoree Jackson in the secondary. What a drive this has been so far for Dallas.
Javonte Williams, the running back, first and goal, Cowboys. And Dak gives to Williams, left side, into the end zone for the season's first touchdown.
Well, this is where you're going to have to win the battle right in here. And for the Philadelphia Eagles on that drive, there was nothing fancy. Tyler Smith, who is the best offensive lineman for the Dallas Cowboys, simply had no problem at all with Jordan Davis. And Tyler Guyton was able to finish it off with Zach Bond. Usually you're seeing the Jalen Carter-Zach Bond combination, but that goes out the window now.
2 years in the league, both years on the All-Pro team. Brandon Aubrey adds the first extra point of the year. You want to talk about a spitting on Dak Prescott, tossed from the game. The Eagles go down the field, 6 plays, 53 yards. Now Aubrey to kick off. It goes into the end zone, landing in the end zone. That's a touchback. We have a penalty marker down at the 45-yard line. The touchback will bring the ball to the 35-yard line instead of the 30-yard line this year. But let's check the flag. Sean Smith is the referee.
Illegal motion on the receiving team, number 9. Moving prior to the kick. Number 39, correction, number 39. 5-yard penalty. First down.
So the Eagles take over at the 30, and here's their offense. Steen in there is the only new face in that starting lineup, replacing Mekhi Becton, who's now with the Chargers via free agency. Jalen Hurts and the champs start from the 30. First throw is complete. Dallas Goedert with the sideline. Pickup of about 9 off the throw from the Super Bowl MVP. You want to talk about a winner? Check out this number. Jalen Hurts has played for the championship 5 of the last 9 years in football. 3 times in college, 2 of the last 3 Super Bowls. And he's had 2 great Super Bowls, save really for 1 play, Chris.
He really did. And the fact that he overcame what happened to him in one of those national championships when Tua came in and threw the game-winning touchdown to do what he's done, pretty remarkable.
Barkley's first run will be a first down across the 40 to the 41-yard line for Saquon Barkley, 9th player in the history of the National Football League with 2,000 yards last year.
And right in the middle of your screen there, Kenny Clark, and he's going to have to be the one that starts to solidify this run defense up front. The Cowboys are just sick and tired of having people run the football and their inability to run the ball. And yet, so far in this game, at least on offense, they have been able to run it.
Just past the 40, Hurts taking off, and Jalen Hurts will slide down. Markham just shy of the 48-yard line. It'll be 2nd and 3 for a man who's very effective on the move.
And I don't think that we recognize the ability of quarterbacks to make plays like this enough. I mean, if he completes a pass, a beautiful throw, it's great, but 2nd down and short in the National Football League is your dream down. Because the way that these guys play, when they get to 3rd and 2, let's say, they could run 2 quarterback sneaks and pick up the first down. So they basically have a free down right here to do whatever they want to do.
At 59 is Kenneth Murray. He's calling the defensive signals. New to the Cowboys. Edge pitch. Barkley on the move. Saquon Barkley asking Cam Jurgens to lead him forward to the 36-yard line. And a first down for Barkley.
You get all these guys here. You're going to pull this guard. Everybody's going to think this, and they go flip 90 out this way. That's what I'm saying. This was a free play. This was a chance to just take a shot at something that might pop, and it did.
We'll get into it as the night goes on. This Eagle team, Barkley the 2,000 yards, Hurts the Super Bowl success. It starts up front, and they are as good a unit as there is in the league. Will Shipley is now the back. Hurts over the middle for Goddard. Tagged at the 30, Jack Sanborn punching at the ball. New Cowboy linebacker joins Malik Hooker on the tackle.
And Mike, for the Dallas Cowboys, they're playing Jalen Hurts and this tremendous offense and great offensive line. But your offense just did it, right? The Cowboys offense took it right down the field and scored a touchdown. You got to answer that effort on defense. You got to come back and make a stop. Hold them to at least a field goal here.
The 30-yard line, Shipley, quick hitter to the right side. And a first down for Will Shipley, the 2nd-year back out of Clemson, with the back end of a blowout NFC Championship game win over Washington. Had a couple of really nice runs, including a touchdown.
I don't know what you do when the Philadelphia Eagles get off the bus. Everybody except Devontae Smith. I mean, it just looks like big-time wrestling or something coming off the bus. They are just big and tough.
Out quick to Shipley, receivers blocking. Shipley inside the 10, 1st and goal. Philadelphia at the 6. So the 2nd-year man, Will Shipley, a little more part of the offense.
And we are seeing blocking out of everybody on the outside. The Philadelphia Eagles have really come together as a team. Watch Devontae Smith, all 170 pounds of him on the outside, doing a job for his teammates. He's the only guy that when you look at him, you go, there's only one guy that doesn't belong in the field right now. Because they're all so big, and yet here he is constantly making plays just like that.
Yeah, he's the guy who's won a Heisman, right? 1st and goal, Philly. Barkley back in. Left side, Saquon. Couple of yards. Mark him down near the 3. 2nd and goal. Closing in on that area where Philly's so effective. Power running inside the 5.
And now it's just a matter of what Nick Sirianni wants to do. I mean, theoretically, he could take his quarterback and just run 3 of those plays there, but I would think they would not want to run him quite as much until it was 100% needed. And when you got Saquon Barkley right behind him, really no need.
Second and goal. Barkley inside, and the Cowboys surge with Solomon Thomas New to Dallas, last 3 years with the Jets. Played for San Francisco and the Raiders as well, in there on the stop.
Kenneth Murray in there as well. And one of the things that they have to do with Kenneth Murray now as more of a speed linebacker is exactly what he did there. Get through the initial line of scrimmage. It's not his job to take on 330-pound offensive linemen. He's got to use his speed to get around them, and he did it there.
3 receivers to the top. And the motion man is Jahan Dotson. 3rd and goal. Hurts has time, takes off. Jalen Hurts, touchdown Philadelphia.
The biggest job for any quarterback in the NFL to convert on 3rd down and convert in the red zone. You want to throw a touchdown pass? Great. You want to run it in the end zone? Great. This guy is tremendous at doing both.
Pass rush handled. Sands Parsons. Hurts to the end zone. Now Jake Elliott. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns. Miles down Broad Street here in South Philly. The link as well. Tied at 7. Kick away from him, but they can't, and it's taken by Turpin from the 3, and the return will stop him at about the 23-yard line. And Melissa, that's where Dak Prescott and the Cowboys offense, once the fisticuffs end with Marist Liufau with the helmet off, fisticuffs aren't going to end. Flags everywhere. Welcome back to Cowboys Eagles. We've got 4 different flags thrown after the scrum. Liufau's helmet was off. He was right in the middle of it, 35. Notre Dame linebacker.
Liufau was definitely working the helmet, had the face mask, and was trying to work it off. But his was already off, so it's hard to tell what happened to him first.
Again, a lot of tone setting with these teams. 2 blowout wins with Prescott missing both games for Dallas last year. But it doesn't matter the records or the current records for these teams.
And Cooper DeJean looked like he was the one that was grabbed the face mask. Couldn't tell if he was actually the one that took it off. But then it was Liufau trying to do the same back to him.
There's 2 personal fouls on the play, both against Dallas. Personal foul, unnecessary roughness. The receiving team, number 35 and number 14. Half the distance penalty. 1st down.
So we'll take Dallas back deep in their own territory. And you saw DeJean first one, but very often as it's tight in there, second one is the one who gets caught.
Dallas, Philly, here we go.
Right.
And this is exactly, we've been talking about this all week. The shot that the Dallas Cowboys had was that this offense really was sort of put together, and that they were going to be able to run the football enough to set up their passing game, which is what they did on that first drive, hitting that big pass to CeeDee Lamb down inside the 5. Now can they continue with the run game? That's the most important question, and it's been made a lot easier with Jalen Carter out.
From the 12, Williams goes left for 3, as promised. Melissa on Dak.
Yes, Dak Prescott missed the final 9 games of last season after suffering a right hamstring injury in Week 9. He tore 2 of the 3 hamstring muscles off the bone, an injury that required surgery in November of last year, where he had 3 screws inserted to stabilize the hamstring. Dak told us his rehab was tough. Now he feels totally comfortable and confident, saying his mobility won't be affected. He's just as fast as he was before the injury.
And we went down to Dallas, as you alluded to earlier, Melissa, on Monday, and Dak walked in the meeting room, looked great in practice as well. Play pass here, trying to find some space, protected the ball and threw it complete to CeeDee Lamb. Zach Bond thought he had a pick, was going after it, but Dak kept it alive, and Lamb has a 1st down.
This is what Dak simply could not or did not do successfully a season ago. Scramble to the right, all the way back left, get out, turn his body, and watch CD come back inside the cornerback to make that catch. He had to take his hand off the ball, Prescott did, and still able to complete it. What a start for this Cowboys offense.
Jordan Davis out of the lineup for the moment for the Eagles. Their two big tackles are not there in the middle. And Javonte Williams takes advantage of that. Gains about 5 yards to the 38-yard line.
And if he's anywhere close back to that form, he's really going to be a value for the Dallas Cowboys.
He'll go to the left here and gain 3. Marked with the 41-yard line with 3rd and a couple coming up. Andrew Makuba, John Campbell, the rookies over there making the tackle. There's more pushing and shoving after the play. Now being separated. Vic Fangio knows about Javonte Williams. Had him when he was the head coach in Denver. This year 2 for Vic as the defensive coordinator here in Philly.
Yeah, he was talking about how special he was that first year before he hurt his knee. And Mike, we have seen every single snap, I think, CD and George Pickens on opposite sides of the field trying to stretch that defense.
Tight formation here on 3rd and 2. Prescott scanning and throws complete to Lamb, who came across the field. And CD Lamb takes it right around the 30-yard line. Effective start for CD Lamb here in the opener.
One of the big questions coming into this one was whether or not Tyler Booker right here was going to be able to hold up against Jalen Carter. Well, guess what? That really never happened in this game. So huge advantage for the Dallas Cowboys breaking in their new right guard.
26 of those Lambs, 76 yards on the last catch. Miles Sanders the back, off in time. Prescott, there is a different flag down as the pass is complete to the 30-yard line to Sanders, 7th-year man out of Penn State.
Holding, offense number 73, 10-yard penalty, first down.
No problem calling that one. That was pretty easy right there. Tyler Smith got beat right off the ball, and as soon as it happened, he knew it was over for him, and he simply just made a tackle. And it was a good decision for him.
Got a hand on Byron Young. Your man from Alabama started with the Raiders. There's Smith. You see how good he was. Remember, he was out of tackle early on in his career, been moved inside to guard. Going to stay there now, and a really solid player inside. Final 2 minutes of this opening quarter. Prescott has to get away. Sanders has it. Zach Bond in the open field brings him down. Loss of 3. Zach Bond went from a special teamer and an edge rusher to an all-pro linebacker last year.
And one of the things that Zach Bond does absolutely best is bring down people in the open field. A remarkable story. He was never an off-the-ball linebacker. He played on the edge and rushed the passer for the New Orleans Saints for multiple years. Comes here, they try him at inside linebacker, and he's the best in football in his first year. Now he was working behind Jalen Carter, which certainly helped, but just a remarkable story.
Turpin in motion, 2nd and 23. Prescott taking a shot towards Pickens on the sideline. Tried to come up with a one-hand grab, could not. Working on Quinyon Mitchell, who had his left arm pinned. And the flag is thrown by the back judge.
Pass interference, defense number 27. The ball be placed at the spot of the foul, automatic first down.
And that's what Pickens does best, contested catches.
And just got Dallas out of a huge hole with that. And you can see that Mitchell has his hand inside the front of the jersey right there. And Pickens just couldn't get off. Tried to make the catch with one, and Sirianni wants no part of it. But that was a huge play because of the way the Cowboys were backed up.
34-yard penalty. From the 12, Prescott play action. Throwing back in the end zone towards Jalen Tolbert, and that's Mitchell all across the defense to make the play. Quinyon Mitchell, what a rookie year he had last year.
Yeah, Dak is going for the jugular on that one, but I should have just taken the quick one right here. Sometimes when you get it going and you hit some of those big plays down the field, this is a first down throw. Just take one, take a little gain, completely covered on the back line of the end zone.
First incompletion of the night for Prescott. Number 12, will second down run inside. And a good run, Williams powering forward to the 2. Inside the 2, and it's first and goal for the Cowboys here at the back end of this first quarter. Power running here. Cowboys get on the ball, don't have to run a play. Looks like they just play it out, and this first quarter will come to an end. With 2 full drives, 2 touchdowns, and ejection of the Eagles' best defensive player. We're all tied at 7. And Prescott gives to Williams inside for the touchdown. 2 drives, 2 Javonte Williams 1-yard touchdown runs, and Dallas leads 13-7.
You know, Mike, I think we have to talk about something here, and the Dallas Cowboys certainly running the football and doing well. But remember how many players now the Philadelphia Eagles are missing on this defense. Josh Sweat, who led them in sacks. Milton Williams, who signed a $104 million contract with New England. Nakobe Dean still out. They get Jahad Campbell. Darius Slay, C.J. Gardner-Johnson, Brandon Graham. That's a lot of people on the defense, and it's showing up right now without Jalen Carter in there.
Yeah, take Carter out of there to start tonight, too.
Yeah.
Nick Sirianni, another hire for this team that has worked out. The kickoff does not work out for Aubrey. Second touchback. This time Philly will get it at the 35-yard line. The rule adjustment from last year when it came out to the 30.
Yeah, and I get the feeling that Aubrey's just missed those 2 kicks, don't
Correct.
you? It looked
Both.
like he was trying to bounce them into the field of play in the corner, and he just was too much adrenaline on both of them.
And a lot of the kickers around the league have talked about kicking a dirty kick, dirty ball. The special teams guys are talking about when you can get rolling on the field inside the landing area and slow down the return men. Drive 2 for Hurts. The other one was a 10-play touchdown drive. Barkley bounce and a move across the 40 to the 41-yard line. There's Odighizuwa over there for Dallas.
I tell you, how many games last year did we do, Mike, with Saquon Barkley? And I mean, it felt like he was running for 70 yards every other play. It was remarkable, the performance that he had in LA, first of all.
Right.
And then the one back here in the playoff game in the snow, and just dominated. Really probably would have held the NFL record had he been able to play in that last game. And there's Trayvon Diggs in the game now for the Dallas Cowboys.
Last couple of years, knee issues, no action in the preseason. But in the lineup here, only 1 snap of that opening drive. Out on the field now. Underneath, Devontae Smith has it. Run down by Kenneth Murray, the linebacker, out in coverage, but it's a Philadelphia first down.
And let's talk a little bit about this secondary for the Dallas Cowboys. Diggs coming off the knee injuries. And of course, he was just remarkable back in 21 when he had those 11 interceptions. Deron Bland had the stress fracture in his foot last year. They got Kyer Elam, a former first-round pick out of Florida, but he basically was a fail in Buffalo, and now he's the starting corner out here against the Eagles on opening night.
He's opposite A.J. Brown right now. 46. Barkley wants an elusive move to get away at midfield. A run of about 5 yards. Magic with those feet, those quick moves.
Well, Ozo Odighizuwa did his job there. He was 5 yards into the backfield to be able to make that play and just wall it off. And the fact that Saquon somehow escaped that mess, and really the blame's going to go on Dante Fowler for that. He had to clean that up and keep that containment on the outside.
The Cowboy 49. Hurts. Underneath to his tight end. Dallas Goedert's got it. Takes it for about 3 yards. It'll be third and a couple coming up. Goddard 42 catches, career low in games last year. He played 10, but when healthy, still a player who will be a part of this Philly offense this season.
The Eagles on offense are like a good boxer. It's like they just jab, 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 hit you in the belly a couple times, jab, jab, and then all of a sudden you start creeping in and trying to make plays and stop Saquon. And then one of these two wide receivers, Devontae Smith, A.J. Brown, they get the one-on-one they want, and it usually does not go well for the opponent.
3rd and 3. Hurts comes back to the middle. Big hit in the middle, but held on to by Goddard for the first down. Took a look to the outside, but connects with Goddard. Back-to-back trips. First down to 39. New play caller for the Eagles. Kevin Patullo's been with Nick Sirianni for a while, Chris. Now he's the man with the voice in Jalen Hurts' headset.
And Kellen Moore was here last year and, of course, did such a great job. But it really was those three that really created the offense for the Philadelphia Eagles in that championship run. And now it's those two. And for the first time, at least with the Eagles, Patullo's the one calling the plays.
Moore off to be the head coach with the Saints. From the 39, Hurts out of the pocket. Couple yards. I mentioned Indy a moment ago. Kylan Granson's a new tight end in Philly. He was with the Colts before and signed as a free agent with Philly here this year.
Does it look like Jalen Hurts is even more calm than he was in the past couple of years, which is hard to do?
He's always calm.
Yes.
Always.
No, but, I mean, here's a guy that really seeks out advice from championship-type people. You know, Peyton Manning certainly topped the list for him for a long time. Derek Jeter, Tom Brady, guys that have won championships, and now he's only interested in winning again. And he made that very clear to us.
Add Michael Jordan to that list as well. Jordan brand guy. 2nd and 9. Hurts nothing open, buys some time, and has a lot of space. And the first down inside the 30. Cowboys sideline irate. I think they wanted a holding penalty as Hurts escaped, but he's got a first down at the 29.
He's killing them, and he kills a lot of teams with this because he's willing to stay in the pocket. The Cowboys finally answered with some man coverage. The problem with man coverage, you got your back turned to the quarterback, and the minute you turn your back on this quarterback, it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Eagles.
So 41, the Cowboys rookie edge rusher Donovan Ezraku out of BC, Boston College. He was the one the coaching staff thought was being held. 1st and 10, Barkley. Powerful run, 4 to the 35-yard line for Marshawn Nealand. Part of that edge rotation, the guys who are trying to fill the Micah Parsons void. Nealand made the stop.
I'm not sure how Saquon Barkley held on to that ball. You saw a great hustle out of Marshawn Nealand. You'll see it every time he plays football. Watch the tail end of the play. 94 is going to come right back here and get his hand right on the ball. That is a fumble almost 90% of the time, and somehow the strength of Saquon Barkley held on.
And he's got plenty of strength.
Oh, yeah.
He's just nuts to watch his workout stuff. Inside run, Will Shipley. Gives Barkley a break and runs for a yard.
Anything else?
That same thing. First place your eyes go to, that bar. Oh my gosh, man. When all those strong guys watch the show themselves, it's a wow. 3rd and 5 for Philadelphia. Dallas twisting 4 men. Hurts has all kinds of time. Escapes, runs, first down to the 9. Pass rush not getting there. Hurts getting there. 1st and goal, Philadelphia.
I mean, the Cowboys played this perfectly. All they wanted to do was squeeze Jalen like that, and they did. They had him covered. They got him all contained in there. Watch this. Little loop, little cross, they got it, and somehow he's still weaving through there. I remember Aaron Rodgers was like that when you tried to rush 4 against him. He could just always find a way through the crease, and there are 2 creases in there.
Goal for the 9. Barkley. One inside for a yard or 2. Each team has 9 first downs. Everybody scored on the first 3 drives. 2 for Dallas. Philadelphia's trying to make it 2 for them halfway through the second quarter.
Yeah, and converting 3rd downs, that was a 3rd and 5 when he made that run right there, when Jalen made the run. And that's out of tush-push range. That's when the Cowboys have to win. That's your chance to get off the field. And that one, they blew it.
Philly 3 of 3 on 3rd downs thus far tonight. Second and goal. Hurts. Again the time. Now chased. Now taken off to the pylon. Got there. Jalen Hurts for the 2nd time tonight.
All right, no Micah Parsons, and you're starting to feel the pain right now. You really are. Donovan Ezaraku, a non-factor, got knocked to his knees, left this entire side wide open, and Jalen Hurts is killing him. I mean, he has simply been a one-man show out here tonight. Been doing it with his arm, doing it with his legs, and there's a ring on his finger for that very reason.
Jake Elliott, all even at 14. The leadership of a guy like Graham, 206 games in 15 seasons, but they have some young guys trying to figure out. Turpin, the return, brought down 30.
Spit in the face of your entire football team, head coach, and everybody involved in the organization. If they lose this game tonight, it will be because Jalen Carter did that before he even played 1 snap in this game.
31, Prescott out, caught. Ferguson for a couple to the 33-yard line. Jackson and Blankenship are there.
And they really need Jake Ferguson, the Cowboys do, to get back to the form that he had 2 years ago. He was a Pro Bowler, had a great year, had a few injuries he had to deal with, as did Dak Prescott. But if they can get Jake Ferguson and Kevontae Turpin working with Pickens, and of course, CeeDee Lamb on the outside, they've got something.
Prescott, just 1 incompletion on the night, keeps it that way. And there's Turpin down the sideline. The punch towards Adoree Jackson's chest to create space into Philly territory for a 1st down.
Great job by Dak. He saw the slot blitz, so he knew that was going to be man coverage against one of the toughest guys to cover one-on-one, Kevontae Turpin. Get him the football and take a chance. Often that turns into something really big. Nice job playing quarterback there for Dak Prescott.
Keep going at Adoree Jackson. A new corner here for Philly. A whistle here from the sideline in Dallas.
First charge.
Take a timeout.
Dallas.
If you love The Office, you will love the paper. Binge it on Peacock. You do it tonight after the game.
6-1 defense here, Mike.
And on 1st down, Prescott, they run into it, and bouncing to the outside is Sanders, but he can't get there. As Nolan Smith comes across an LA flag at the back end of it. The league has been talking about sportsmanship and unsportsmanlike conduct in terms of taunting after plays. They're trying to clean it up this year.
Taunting, defense number 3, 15-yard penalty, automatic 1st down.
Chris, we've talked to the officials and to everyone in New York. This is something that every team has been told they're going to be watching for this year.
The old point of emphasis, and I don't think that Sanders ever even saw it. He sort of just stood up and walked over that way and flexed a tiny bit, and that was enough. It is going to be enforced in a way that we haven't seen in the past this season.
From the 35 on 1st down, Prescott, deep drop, covered, gets away for the moment, gets away again. Dak was looking to throw, he's gonna run And he gets 3 yards out of it as the slide began at the 32. Jordan Davis almost had a sack.
I mean, this is terrific by Dak Prescott. This is going to end up in one of those second down and 20 kind of situations, and he scrambles out, and yes, he only gets 3 or 4 yards, but it really meant about 10, 12 yards to his offense. And so far, Dak and that tied up hamstring that Melissa was talking about, whatever they did, they fixed him.
He could not have done that a season ago, and that was before the injury as well, as he was still healing. Inside, the handoff goes, and it's Turpin to the 27-yard line. So a lot of Turpin here being used by Dallas in this opening half.
And they're doing a lot with formations and motions here, Mike, because that time CeeDee Lamb was in motion really for the first time over to Pickens' side. And then what they're going to do, they're going to draw eyeballs there and run back that way. So they're trying to get you to adjust to their 2-star players and run away.
Third and 2, Dak read it, decided to give it. First down for Williams. Javonte's got the 2 touchdowns tonight, takes it to the 23-yard line. And the Cowboys continue to move it effectively.
They're getting good blocks inside, too. Cooper Beebe, Tyler Booker, all those young guys playing in there. And now they go to the hurry up, although really you would like to burn a little clock here. They haven't been able to stop Philadelphia. I don't know how fast I want to go. And they're not going fast. This is a smart move. Get up there, lock them in, don't let them substitute.
Got it.
And yet here we go, still milking that clock.
I got you. Here we go with Dak and the throw inside to Lamb. Caught at the incomplete on the far side. The official saw it hit the ground first, and it will be second down. So Brian Schottenheimer was the offensive coordinator last year. Mike McCarthy was the head coach. As you get a look at that ball clearly hitting the ground, is the offense different from what you've seen in this first half?
It is, and they've been separating their 2-star receivers, but we've seen a lot of tight formations, and we've seen a lot of quick motions to try and force the defenses to make adjustments. Remember, this is a very young Eagles defense now. They substituted in a lot of guys that they lost in free agency, and it's showing.
Second and 10. Prescott throws off of Lamb and incomplete. Almost a gift deflection interception from Byron Young as he was reacting after his pass rush. Adoree Jackson in coverage.
Best play of the night for Adoree Jackson, and it was a big one. Little bit of a late, poorly timed throw. CD, it was almost picked off by Young on the outside. Ball was late getting there, and Adoree Jackson made his first big play of the night.
Third and 10.
Might get Pickens one-on-one with Mitchell down here. They've been playing a little of that.
Prescott looking left, going Pickens, end zone. Pickens adjusting and incomplete as he and Mitchell were involved again. No flag, fourth down, field goal attempt coming.
It definitely got a little interesting right about there. I think they were sort of pushing almost equally, and the officials probably saw the same thing, so no call.
First time for either team that a third down was not converted in this one. And here is Aubrey. Sensational leg, good accuracy from 41 yards. And Brandon Aubrey knocks it through in the Cowboys game. 5 drives, 5 scores. Aubrey trying to put one in play. This time he does and gets a little bit of a bobble on it. So the return comes shy of the 20-yard line for Shipley with the hit by Leofau. 10 downfield in the passing game, only 8 yards. The longest reception for Goddard. No targets of A.J. Brown yet. He's getting it done on the ground. The 19, Barkley left. The waiting arms of Sam Williams, important player on this Dallas team this year.
Yeah, and we're seeing the rotation along the defensive line of the Dallas Cowboys. They're going to use Marshawn Nealon and Sam Williams on early downs, and then Dante Fowler and Ezaraku is more the pass rush kind of situation. So they're trying to keep these guys fresh in there.
They're trying to find a way to fill in for what they're missing.
Yeah, they are.
Micah Parsons.
Hello, Green Bay.
2nd and 6 on the other side of the 2-minute warning. You're watching the NFL Kickoff presented by YouTube TV. Football Night in America team on hand. Nightly news, today's show as well, last couple of days. Fun to have the whole NBC family here for Kickoff Game 2025. 2nd and 6 for Hurts. Flushed, chased by Williams, and he'll just bench it. Throw it to the sideline. It'll be 3rd down.
I tell you, the one thing I did not expect out of this first half is that we would see no passes really thrown to the outside to the wide receivers of the Philadelphia Eagles. I mean, you have Devontae Smith and A.J. Brown. For them to, at this point, only have 1 catch for 6 yards against a secondary that is coming off of injuries. I just thought we'd see more, but now is a moment for this Dallas defense. They have that 3rd and 6 that they have been begging for.
And Hurts with time, now snapped downfield, and it is brought in by Jahan Dotson, taking it down to the 26-yard line. Dotson able to pull it in. 51 on the play.
Well, they are just as happy with Jahan Dotson getting the opportunity against Kaiir Elam, and it wasn't that Elam wasn't there, but you've got to be able to make those plays on the ball, and the Eagles just continue to fly down the field.
From the 26, Hurts dealing, trying to check it down. Barkley didn't take the ball with him. Incomplete. Jahan Dotson, the receiver they got last year in August in a trade with Washington. 51-yard catch, the longest since his rookie season.
Yeah, and Dotson was a first-round pick himself, 16th overall pick, and he is an excellent player.
Howie Roseman made a trade for John Mechie from Houston, so depth in that receiving core as well. Philly gets the ball to start the second half. Chance to double up here. 26, Hurts to Barkley again. Open field, forget about it. Saquon powers through to the 18. Pick up of 8.
Always wondered what it'd feel like to be Deron Bland in that situation, and looking at Saquon Barkley coming at you. Such a rare combination of a guy that can beat you with his moves, and if all of a sudden you're playing his moves, he can run right through you.
You want to try?
No.
Okay, I just, the way you said it, I thought you were interested in that. There's that 3rd and 2.
Now they go empty, and your first thought is they're going to run Hurts.
That's right. Gonna throw it. Barkley brings it down inbounds and then gets out of bounds to stop the clock at the 15-yard line. Chains move. Eagles keep all 3 timeouts with 64 seconds to go.
It's a heck of a job by Barkley right there on a big down. If they had missed that throw, they would have had to have settled for the field goal in all likelihood. Not only did he make the catch, but he got his feet down.
Matt Eberflus trying to find an answer. Let go as the Bears head coach last year. He's calling the defensive signals for Dallas. Opposite Nick Sirianni, and those 2 are coordinators at the same time in Indianapolis. A couple of staffs who know each other well. From the 15, 5 in the pattern for Hurts. Looking to escape. Tucking, keeping, out of bounds at 10. Pick up of 5. Question on the contact at the end. As Hurts gets up. Also, everyone okay on the sideline there after Damone Clark was the one chasing.
Yeah, and I don't think Damone Clark did this. He just had momentum going and then took out somebody on the sideline, and that's really what caused the bigger issue. When you're messing with Jalen Hurts in this town.
It's a good town to have your back, right? 2nd and 5. And again, still all 3 timeouts, so plenty of run options available for Sirianni and Kevin Patullo, the offensive coordinator. And they run Barkley inside. Saquon touchdown. Philadelphia on top. And again, words exchanged. Big scrum of folks after the score. Good job by the officials. Get everybody separated after Barkley's first touchdown of the year.
One of the big questions was, without Mekhi Becton playing guard, would we get that same level of play? That was beautifully done that time by his replacement, Tyler Steen. And the Cowboys knew it. They knew if Saquon Barkley started running past the line of scrimmage, they were going to have a really tough time trying to tackle him. And just like everybody else, they can't.
Jake Elliott, 3 for 3. Philadelphia, 3 drives. Elliott's kick bounces in the landing area. Turpin can't get it cleanly. Scoops it, tries to escape like he did against Washington last year. Doesn't.
Well, their defense cannot stop the Eagles from running the football.
And credit to Jake Elliott, a hard-to-catch kickoff forces the Cowboys to start from back of their own 12. Prescott goes sideline for Lamb, flag in. Jacorian Bennett, who's in there at the corner spot, former Las Vegas
Pass
Raider.
interference. Defense number 23. The ball be placed that spot in the foul. Automatic first down.
They're definitely looking for corners. The Philadelphia Eagles are trying to replace Darius Slay.
Contact with Lamb. The rule Bennett was guilty. Takes the ball to the 21. 38 seconds. Dak over the top throw. It's complete to Jake Ferguson to the 26 with the flag down. And it's around the quarterback. Let's see if this is going to push him out.
I think they might have gotten the rookie
Personal
here.
foul, roughing the passer. Defense number 3. 15-yard penalty, automatic first down.
Second 15-yard penalty on Nolan Smith. The unsportsmanlike conduct with the taunting on the last drive. Terry McCauley, our rules analyst, 3-time Super Bowl referee. Does that fit into the category of forcible contact?
I think so, Mike. He pushes his head back. It's a pretty good blow to the head. Correct call for roughing the passer.
Thanks, Terry. So great to have you with us again this year. Remember, Brandon Aubrey has the longest leg in the league that we've seen over the last couple of years. Sadowski getting field goal range with another first down or so. Still 2 timeouts and 34 seconds. Man rush. Prescott throws sideline. It's caught by Ferguson. Timeout Dallas at the 45-yard line. 27 seconds to go. Back in 30 seconds after this from AWS. See how AWS AI levels up the game.
The rookie linebacker, he is super talented, but when you get in these kinds of situations, you like to go after some youth.
Prescott looks left, comes down to Jalen Tolbert, gets out of bounds. It's virtually no gain and brings up 3rd down. 20 seconds left. Think of Aubrey and his leg. Usually 60-yarders are in play. That would mean getting to the 42-yard line, just a dozen yards away. There is a little bit of breeze into the direction Aubrey would be kicking right now. Not a heavy wind, but it is going that direction. Left to right as you watch.
It's like a zone defense with CD working the middle.
And on 3rd and 5, out quick, Prescott, a little bit behind Pickens. Did he bring it in? Yes. At the 45, he's got it. Clock's still running. They want to save it for the field goal. Got to get it snapped quickly here. 8 seconds now. It's finally stopped. Schottenheimer said he was trying to get a timeout. He's talking to the official on his side now. We'll get a conversation if time will be put back on the clock.
3rd and final charge, timeout, Dallas. 30 seconds. Game clock operator, please reset the game clock to 15 seconds. 1-5 on the game clock, please.
Okay, so he's trying to get the timeout. The official was trying to get the ball spotted. He's got the time, but now, Chris, you're out of timeouts. So you got to put some thought into this.
You got to put some thought into it, and so the Eagles have put some thought into it as well. So they're going to protect the boundaries and not give you anything cheap to make this field goal a little easier. Now, if you want to take a chance, there's no reason you couldn't take one and throw it up down the field to one of these great contested catch wide receivers.
Philadelphia's taking a timeout here. Melissa, what's been going on down that Cowboy sideline?
Yeah, I've been watching Dak after that first touchdown. He high-fives the entire offense and said to the guys, let's sustain this. After the second touchdown, so fired up, went down the bench, slapping all the guys on their shoulders and said, come right back. And then before this drive, hey, be ready to score some more points. He has been so animated and so energetic on this sideline.
32, 10th year in the league. He's one of the senior statesmen on this team now.
He really is, and you're going to see these corners staying out wide. They're not giving a quick out here.
The timeouts for Dallas. Prescott throwing inside. It's caught by CeeDee Lamb down at the 35. Got to try to down the ball here. They try to get it to the referee. He's got to touch it. He does. Can they get the snap off? They do with 3 seconds left, and they'll get a chance to try a field goal of inside 55 yards. It'll be about 54, I believe.
Beautifully handled that time by the Dallas Cowboys, and obviously we've seen that before where it didn't work out quite so well for them, but they had that well orchestrated, well coached. Good job by Schottenheimer and his team.
Aubrey in his career, 24 of 27 from over 50. Philly will take a timeout here before his attempt from 53 yards. So, in the past, they've had these K-balls, the footballs that were just for kickers, and the kickers would only get to work those balls in out of the box for about 45 minutes before the game. Now, each team, like you do with the balls that you use on offense, can work in these kicking balls during the year. So there's a feeling amongst kickers and special teams folks around the league, we may see longer field goals made. It's not a problem with this guy.
No.
He can kick anything about 60 yards, but it's something to keep in mind this year with that slight adjustment to these kicking balls. From 53, Aubrey. Of course. Wow. He's just so smooth with that swing of the leg. 7 possessions in the half, 7 scores. Dallas 2 field goals, and Chris backed up. They're very well done to get 3 points out of that.
One stop on 1 third down, the only non-touchdown.
Melissa.
Brian, 4 drives, 4 scores. What's working for you guys?
We're getting completion. We're running the ball well. Our guys are playing hard. It's a hell of a football game right now, and we feel good right now.
And defensively, how do you contain the Eagles' rushing attack, especially Jalen Hurts?
Yeah, we got to tackle better, number one, and our rush lane discipline's not good enough. We got to get that cleaned up.
Brian, thanks.
Thank you.
Phillies run for 123 yards in that first half. They get the ball to start the second half. Eagles by 1, Toyota halftime. There's still a front to clear here. We may see a little more wind, may get lucky, and the rain could just miss us to the west. We'll keep an eye on it. Kickoff to be returned by John Mechie down the sideline. He's shying the 30 to 28. Here's Melissa a moment ago with Nick Sirianni.
Nick, 3 personal fouls, an ejection on defense. What was your message to your guys?
Yeah, we can't have any of those. Obviously, we've given them short fields here. This is a good offense, and we can't help them out at all, so we can't have those.
3 touchdowns, no punts on offense. How do you continue that in the second half?
Yeah, we just got to continue doing the fundamental things, blocking, taking care of the football, making good catches. Jalen's going to do a good job, but we have to be ready for them to adjust, and we will as well.
Thanks, Nick.
Thank you.
All about fundamentals, and Nick Sirianni has proven that with a terrific record his first 4 seasons. First down, Hurts the pass inside. Crunching hit by Jack Sanborn and others on Dallas Goedert. Out to the 32-yard line, pick up a 4.
Yeah, and they've got new linebackers here for the Dallas Cowboys as well, right? Kenneth Murray comes over. They made a deal with the Titans to get him. Jack Sanborn came over with Matt Eberflus. He had him in Chicago. So a lot of moving parts. This defense is going to get better, but obviously no Micah Parsons, and it's been very apparent.
Yeah,
his impact. Yeah,
no sacks. Hurts has been able to buy time. Officially gain of 5. 2nd and 5, Hurts. Goddard again in space. Maris Lee a foul. Tackles him on the other side of the line. Gain of a half dozen of the first down as Goddard's caught his 6th ball of the night.
Mike, watch Jalen Hurts in the pocket here. Now eventually going to get some pressure right here. But watch him just stand there. He is just so confident in what he's doing, and maybe more so what his offensive line is doing for him. And he's not looking to run. He's only doing it when he has to.
39 out quick. DeMonte Smith's got it. Short gain of a couple. That is Kaiir Elam, the former Bills first-round pick. Trying to hope that the change of scenery in Dallas will change the trajectory of his career. But there's what you're talking about with Hurts, his ability to have time to read it and throw it.
Well, and he's done a good job getting the ball out here quickly, too, obviously scrambling. But he's such a complete quarterback. And I hit on it a little bit in the first half. But to me, quarterbacks convert 3rd downs, that's what matters, and convert in the red zone. And he has just been sensational, especially when they got into that playoff run a season ago.
For the 42, Barkley to the left. It's strung out. Barkley's going to have 1st down. Not tackle him like that. Saquon past midfield into Dallas territory at the 47-yard line. Gain of 11.
Sometimes you end up hitting Saquon Barkley at the end of a run, and you just assume he's on the ground, and he's not. I don't know exactly who it was. Came up, made this hit, boom, right there, and it was Hooker, and you just think that he's going to be on the ground because I hit him that hard, and he's not.
Barkley gets a break. A.J. Dillon, the former Packer, is in the backfield. Will Shipley was not in on that last kickoff return, so it's the first carry as an Eagle for Dillon, who takes it inside the 40 and is right at the mark, close to a 1st down at the 36-yard line. Missed all of 2024, the neck injury. Started his career with 4 good years in Green Bay.
Yeah, and you get Saquon out of the lineup, and you go, oh, phew, that's good. Get that big guy out of there. And then in comes another 250-pound running back that has thighs even bigger than Saquon Barkley. I mean, it's nuts. When they stand side by side in practice the other day, they look like 2 guards standing next to each other.
2nd and short. We have been pushless thus far here tonight. Back to Dillon inside. He's going to be close to a 1st down. We'll see where they mark him. They're going to move the chains past the 36-yard line. For a Philly 1st down, and an Eagle slow to get up is an important guy for them in Landon Dickerson. Dickerson was a question mark with a right knee injury in camp. Took part in practice most of the week, but the day he missed was because of a back injury.
Yeah, he had meniscus surgery on August 10th, so like 2 weeks later, he was back in the huddle and practicing, but you can tell he is in pain right now.
The 36 inside again with Dillon. That time they stop him as the safety. Donovan Wilson crashes down. Chris, we haven't had a chance to mention on the Dallas front as Barkley comes back in. Mozzie Smith, their 1st-round pick from 2023, inactive, a healthy scratch here tonight for Dallas.
Yeah, and if you're inactive with what they've got at defensive tackle, that's as close to being cut as you can be, right? I mean, they've got Solomon Thomas and a rookie and Jay Toia, but it's quite the statement about your former #1 pick.
I'll take it to 10, Hurts to the air. Pressure on here, and there's the 1st sack of the season. And Kenny Clark is involved in it along with Marshawn Nealon. So Clark, who came over in the trade for Micah Parsons, joins Nealon on the sack of Hurts back at the 44-yard line.
Marshawn Nealon's going to be the one that gets there first, and then you're going to see Clark come in and clean it up. And this Nealon has just been pushing and fighting, and every time I studied him for quite some time during the offseason, because we had a lot of time, and got a chance to watch him. And what just impressed you about him was just the pure effort. But for Kenny Clark to already be on the marker, they desperately needed that. Now they cannot give this one up on 3rd and whatever it is.
At 3rd and 18, pressure from the edge. Hurts gets rid of it in time. It's caught at the 40-yard line by Dotson. I was checking back at Hurts, who took a shot on the edge pressure. From here, a field goal would be 58 yards. It has a little bit of wind with it, and they're going to try it with Jake Elliott.
Yeah, and it's very rare that you see Jordan Mailata get beat, and that's a good sign for the Cowboys. Dante Fowler, who had 10 sacks a season ago for Washington, and this is a big kick right here. This, you don't really think of Jake Elliott as a long-range kicker.
He used to be. Last year was terrible from 50-plus. He made one in warm-ups from 62 in this direction. This is 58. It's plenty long enough and good.
Wow.
They're all like 5-6 table rings. You can see them from 5 or 6 tables away. This kickoff to be returned. It's Jalen Tolbert from the 10. Got away from one tackle. Tries to come to the wide side, but is chased down to the 29-yard line by John Mechie. Special teams play.
For the most part tonight, and really all the Cowboys on offense and all the Eagles on offense have been doing a good job all night long.
I'll say, every drive has led to points here tonight. Good first down blocking. Clear space for Javonte Williams out to the 35-yard line. Williams now 10 carries, 44 yards in his Dallas debut.
Yeah, one of the things the Cowboys have flashed a little bit tonight is some of this motion. Watch the tight end come back and then trap back here. So he's going across the face of the quarterback and then coming back and just running that inside zone back away from it. So just a little different look, and it's paid off for this Cowboys running game.
2nd and 4, Williams. A couple of yards there. Injury update for Philly. Dory Jackson, their corner, was evaluated for a concussion. Wasn't on the field at the end of that first half. Cleared, was out there for the opening play of this drive, and is now back on the sideline. Still with his helmet, though.
And they're definitely trying to figure things out at that other cornerback position. Keely Ringo was in the battle. Jacorian Bennett was in there, and I don't know that they've ever really firmly settled on who the long-term answer is going to be.
Well, Jalen Carter ejected before the first snap of the game. 3rd and 1. Dallas will pitch it to the edge with Williams. Gets there, a couple of tough yards. Zach Bond, among others, crashing down on him. Jalix Hunt off the end. With a first down for the Cowboys.
We're playing some NFC East football right now. That was awesome. You knew the big collision was coming at the end of that one, and Javonte Williams just lowered his head and plowed through it for the first down. That was terrific.
Dallas has run 33 plays here tonight. 16 rushes, Chris, 17 pass attempts. Prescott, quick look down the seam. It is broken up. Trying to squeeze it in. To Brevin Spann-Ford, the tight end. Good job by the rookie backer, Jihad Campbell. Going back with him. Injury, though, for the Eagles. And Sidney Brown, one of the safeties, as they try to replace C.J. Gardner-Johnson's spot. The veteran traded to Houston. Athletic training staff out to look at Sidney Brown. The rookie out of Texas, back in a safety spot. 2nd and 10. Prescott gives it. Miles Sanders running in open space. There goes Sanders at the 30. Chased at the 20. Bond brings him down at the 10. But Miles Sanders, his first 4 years at Eagle, comes back to hit a big one for 50 yards against his old team.
Just beautifully done. Lead out in front of here, and you just have to be patient here. Miles Sanders just waits and waits. Got a big block down the field that really sprung him. And then watch Bond at the end of it. He probably gave up 15 yards, but he had a plan. He was going to run him down and punch this ball out. Just missed it as Sanders pulled it away at the last second.
Officially 49 yards. 1st and 10 at the 11. Sanders remains the back. He's got it again inside this time. 8, here comes a flag. Here comes more conversation at the back end. Pickens involved. Couldn't catch the number of the Eagle. Engaged with George Pickens. The new addition to the Dallas lineup, targeted 3 times, 2 catches tonight. Here's Sean Smith.
Oh.
Personal foul, offense number 3. Unnecessary roughness, 15-yard penalty. Replay, first down.
It's a great job by Blankenship not reacting. If he had reacted and knocked him down, they wouldn't have gotten the benefit of it. So tremendous discipline there on the part of the Eagles, not so much on the part of Pickens.
Ton of large penalties in this game right from the start. 10 total, 7 on the Eagles. That's the third on the Cowboys, and now backs them up to 1st and 22.
Gonna have to work inside here with this shell coverage.
Prescott tries the middle for the tight end again, incomplete. Taking him all the way back was Zach Vaughn, the all-pro linebacker. Would not let Jake Ferguson see the ball.
Double move is so hard when Vaughn is right here in the middle. Watch the move in front of his face, the double move, then in behind. Now he's got to try and figure it out. Hits him right on the back of the helmet, but only because his speed now 2 times on this drive has saved big plays.
2nd and 22. Eagles fans rise in the end zone to our left. Prescott gets it out. It is short for Javonte Williams. And we'll bring up 3rd down. Deflected.
I'll tell you, Mike, we've seen Jahad Campbell make a few plays now. He had to stop on that middle read and looked like the big guy inside, Jordan Davis, who lost 36 pounds so he could play more. He didn't know he was going to have to play as much as he did tonight when his buddy got thrown out of the game. But another big play out of him, and his off-season work paying off for the Eagles now.
Eagles with a 3-man defensive front here. Keep the Cowboys in front of them. 3rd and 22. Prescott going to try the middle, and it is a penalty as Ferguson got hit by Blankenship. Ferguson got his hands on it. Gets up right away, but Blankenship forearm across the head to a defenseless receiver.
Unnecessary roughness, personal foul, defense, number 32. 15-yard penalty, automatic, first down.
So 2 of the biggest plays of this game now have been penalties on the Eagles defenders that have kept drives alive. That catch was not going to be made. Of course, Blankenship had no idea. He was just trying to get there and get contact. And Dak saying, hang in there, baby. But, you know, this is Dak Prescott being really aggressive, too. I mean, he is not settling for anything. When they backed up on their own 10-yard line at the end of the half, he was going for it. Here he was, 3rd and 20. It's throw it in the end zone. Let's go. We're playing the Eagles.
105 penalty yards for Philadelphia. From the 11-yard line, Sanders. Ball out! Picked up by Quinyon Mitchell. And down at the 16-yard line. Big play on the drive to get him down there for Sanders. And the former Eagle, the hand in there from Byron Young. Forces it out and Mitchell recovers the game's first turnover. The delay, 1 hour and 5 minutes. We get back to work, and remember the last play, Dallas was driving for a touchdown and a fumble recovery for the Eagles. So Philly is set 1st and 10 at their own 16. They've scored on all 4 drives they've had tonight. Barkley to the left, loss of a yard. And Kenny Clark among the group, along with Jack Sanborn and company, in on that tackle.
Is that the first play that we've seen the running back of the Philadelphia Eagles get hit at the line of scrimmage like that? I mean, I don't know what they talked about in there at whatever second halftime. That was a good start. And now you got to wake yourself up. This is a big game. This is a divisional game. If somehow the Cowboys come out of here with a win, I mean, franchise shaking.
Little buzz out of the building at the moment. Pressure on second and 11. Prescott gets away from one, resets and throws it away at the line of scrimmage. Barkley, an eligible receiver in the area. The corner blitz from Trayvon Diggs, former college teammate of Hurts, changes that.
Yeah, right off the edge, you're going to see the pressure come. And one of the things that Dallas thought they could get away with here was if they could force Jalen Hurts to look away from his first target. They wanted him to pull the ball down and find number 2. They felt like if they could do that, they could get pressure on him. And maybe now they have that formula, bring some pressure out of the secondary.
We have not seen a punt in the game tonight. It's 3rd and 11, Philadelphia. Showing corner pressure again and bringing it. Prescott got away from it. He's got space. Prescott, great pursuit, denies him the first time. Hurts, I beg your pardon. Great pursuit, stops him at the 23-yard line, and they'll punt it away.
And well, what we've seen from Jalen Hurts is that he's been making them pay with his legs, but now they're bringing the blitz, but they're not playing man coverage the way that they were in the first half. They're playing zone behind it. So now on 3rd and 10, if he takes off the run, they've got time to rally, make the tackle, and finally we see a punter in this game.
Yeah, Braden Mann for the first time, 3rd year with the Eagles. Set to kick it away. Good hang time, dangerous return man Turpin, but he makes him fair catch it. So a great kick by Mann, and Turpin fair catches it at the 26-yard line. And that's where now Dak Prescott will get on the field and take over for Dallas.
Yeah, and I think Dak Prescott is starting to feel this a little bit. And we got a chance to come in here and knock off the world champs. And the ball's in our hands right now. We've been moving it all night. Let's go down and take the lead this time. No fumbles, no interceptions. Don't have any holding calls. We know we can move the ball on these guys.
Eagles fans heard from a little bit. Javonte Williams inside with the run. They keep the pile pushing forward from 4 yards to the 30-yard line. Seems to be some physicality from the Dallas side in the first 4 snaps after the delay.
Yeah, it's a really good job by the offensive line just getting in behind Williams and keeping that play alive. We've seen that a couple of times here tonight.
Not the tush push. The Cowboys getting it done with 3 guys named Tyler. Tyler Booker, Tyler Smith, Tyler Guyton, all first-round picks. All on that offensive front for Dallas. The play may determine what the Cowboys season's like. Prescott pressured, got it away, and throws it low but complete to Ferguson. It'll be a gain of 5 yards. And the safety, Andrew Makuba, was there to make the stop. It's 3rd and 1 coming up for the Cowboys.
Nolan Smith coming off the edge right there was supposed to be blocked by the backside guard pulling out, and yet wasn't able to get there. But I'll tell you, the way this game is going right now, I've got to think this is probably 4-down territory for the Dallas Cowboys. They've been running it very well.
They're in the gun, and they've essentially got the backfield emptied out, and Prescott going to throw underneath, and Lamb's got the first down, and CD will take it to the 49-yard line with Zach Bond and Dory Jackson. Bring him down, but it's a first down for Dallas.
Great job as they bring pressure here. That's an easy throw to get in for Dak Prescott. And decided to throw a little pressure back at Dak on that one, and it just blew up in his face. So that's the 2nd or 3rd time tonight we have seen the Eagles, who didn't blitz a whole lot last year, but now they're almost being forced into it without Jalen Carter and some of the guys they had on this defense a year ago.
Lamb to 100 yards. Inside run Williams, 48-yard line. Pickup of about 3 in the final minute of this 3rd quarter.
You know, the Cowboys have spent a lot of resources on this offensive line. Tyler Guyton, #1 pick. Tyler Smith, #1 pick. BB, a 3rd round. Tyler Booker, a #1 pick. So they are trying to go back to the days of the Dallas Cowboys when they could turn around and hand the football to Emmitt Smith and let him go to work. And so far, at least in this game without Jalen Carter, they've been able to do it.
2nd and 7. Set it up for C.D. Lamb, who's got some blocking, but on the inside, Philadelphia all over that, turns it into a loss, and Jordan Davis, who's had to play a lot in this one, comes up with a stop that'll make it 3rd and 10 for the start of quarter number 4. Only scoring a Philadelphia field goal, hour 4 weather delay in that quarter as well, but we go to the 4th with a tight game. Eagles 24, Cowboys 20, as you're watching the NFL kickoff presented by YouTube TV. 3rd and 10, down 4 to the Eagles. 5 in the pattern for Prescott, throwing in the middle and traps him off the hands of Lamb, and incomplete. A lot of traffic in there. They cannot connect. And Dallas will punch it away for the first time.
Cavante Turpin got jammed at the line of scrimmage, and so he was unable to clear the space in the middle for C.D. Lamb. Just good defense, not giving the free release. He was jammed up front, but then it just forced a lot of bodies into that area where C.D. was coming, and it went right through his hands.
First kick for Brian Anger. Jahan Dotson is back to handle the punt returning. An NFL punt return, did it in college at Penn State. Signals 4 and makes the fair catch. Right around the 13th, where Philadelphia will take over. We'll be back at the link in 30 seconds. Via huddle, 42 plays run for the Eagles. Brown has not been targeted yet tonight. He's not had a game where he has had 0 targets. This hurts his 13 of 16 in the air, but 6 of those 13 completions to Dallas Goedert, his tight end.
But I'll also say this, that we have seen Saquon Barkley in the second half, and in particular the 4th quarter of games, just having pounded all night long, break some big runs and win football games for the Eagles.
Spread out here to the left. Hurts looks right. Covered. Comes back to Barkley. To the 20-yard line. Khair Elam down there. Melissa.
Yeah, Mike, the Cowboys defensive players, when they were coming back onto the field after the weather delay, were yelling to each other, "Unleash us." Then we saw that quick 3 and out that they got, and they went to the sidelines after that. They were dancing. They were all smiles, and they said, that is how you throw the first punch.
They did, to say the least, in the 3rd portion of this game, if you will.
Well, and they started bringing some pressure, too, and I think that's what the players were talking about.
Second and 2. Inside with Barkley, and that's again tied up with Marshawn Nealon. That's 2nd-round pick out of Western Michigan in his 2nd year. Been around it a lot tonight.
He sure has, and that shows up as well. He had an issue with his knee last year, so you just wondered which Nealon were we going to see. The guy they obviously draft him in the 2nd round, you're expecting big things, and so far tonight, that's exactly what we've got, especially in the run game.
First tush-push formation of the night. Play kept in the game, 3rd and 1.
Go, go, go.
As Hurts moves toward the line. Let's see where that spot comes in. And the initial indication from the down judge, Jay Bilbo, is to move the chains for a first down as those Eagles interior linemen peel themselves off the ground. First down, Philadelphia, of course, tush-push in the news of the offseason. The vote to try to keep it out of the game, it was kept in by 2 votes.
There's the 4 guys. The strategy for the Cowboys was to come around here and knock off these 2 pushers and pull backwards on the legs of Hurts. Didn't work that time.
And we have a flag down, a couple of them in the secondary, probably too many Cowboys. Looks like a lot of silver
12
helmets.
players on the field, defense, 5-yard penalty, first down.
So almost stopping Philadelphia. The Eagles get the first down on the ground. Now they'll have 1st and short to operate with here starting this 4th quarter.
Cowboys have had some chances. Had the one with the fumble down there. They had possession with a chance to go take the lead. As great as they played in the first half on offense, we haven't seen much here since.
So 1st and 5 for Jalen Hurts. And Barkley with a block from the tight end, Granson. Yard shy of the first down. Looks like the mark will be at the 32-yard line.
Well, and remember the Eagles in this game, Ben Van Sumeren, their fullback, really was knocked out on the first opening kickoff, and so they're having to adjust, and now they've got Granson in there playing some fullback because they want to go with some power football.
A number that was just up there, what you alluded to, Chris. Saquon, with all the rushing success, over 2,000 yards last year, 2005, doing a lot of it after halftime. Here he is again. And Chris, it feels like Dallas is getting on that other side of the offensive line since the weather stoppage.
Yeah, and I think what we're seeing is just some stunts and some play inside. You could tell some of these guys, it's basically Solomon Thomas there just on the stunt, spun in and then spun back out and was able to make the play. The problem is, you think your chances of stopping this tush push almost zero. But let's see again. They're going to fly off the edges and try to get the leg of Jalen Hurts after they whack those two pushers.
Go, go, go. That's it.
Second push from the powerful Hurts takes them to the first down at the 33-yard line. Again, the vote was 24 votes needed to get it out of the game. The vote was 22-10 at the league meetings.
And what does Mike Tyson say? Everybody has a plan till you get hit in the mouth.
Yeah,
and that's kind of what the tush push does to you. And it's humiliating. And for the Dallas Cowboys, defenses just hate it when they can't stop the run. I'm telling you, it just eats at them. And right now, the Philadelphia Eagles are trying to just punch them time and time again. And that's how they win football games, especially late.
2 first downs with the tush push. Get it on the edge. Devontae Smith works back to the inside and gains 7. Melissa.
Yeah, Mike, Jordan Mailata laughed as he told me his feelings were split 50-50 that the tush push wasn't banned this season, saying, I want to run it, but at the same time, I don't, because it's really hard. He acknowledged that the sheer mass on the offensive line is a huge part of the success, but that running it 2, 3, 4 times a game is taxing. He said, have the camera zoom in on my face after the 5th time. You'll see my excitement.
We got 3 to go. Run it twice. Got it both times. 2nd and 3 as Araku off the edge.
Oh!
Barkley the one-hand catch. Barkley the stiff arm. Barkley the first down. Offensive Player of the Year on full display.
He was also voted the #1 player on that players poll. And look at the one-handed catch here coming across in the backfield. Reaches out that one hand, makes the play. Wasn't enough. Got a chip. Handled that. Makes somebody miss. There you go.
He's so good. So good. On the ground. Caught behind the line of scrimmage. A great read by James Houston. With the Lions, had a great run of sacks back in 2022. Wasn't able to stay healthy or be impactful as an edge rusher. Made a good play there for a loss.
This guy had 8 sacks in 7 games as a rookie. And watch him go inside the block there of Mailata, and then still enough speed to get out and make that play. So they've got a lot of pieces here. That's what they said, Mike. They felt like the greatest depth they had on the team was at the edge.
Right.
And so maybe they could survive without Micah Parsons. I'm not sure they're making the same argument after this one, although that one helped.
Play clock was running down. Hurts forced to take the game for the moment for Philadelphia. Brett Toth is in there at guard for Dickerson, who had a knee injury and then also was on their injury report with a back this week. 2nd and 14 for Hurts. Nothing open. Hurts escapes, chased by Williams, and throws it to the bench and incomplete. Melissa, what about the Philly injury?
Yeah, so before the weather delay, we were watching Landon Dickerson. He came off the field grimacing in a ton of pain. The head athletic trainer and the orthopedic surgeon were looking at his lower back. They examined that. They used the massage gun. He never sat down. Remember, he only practiced 2 times this week because of that back. Now, after the weather delay, he did not participate in those warm-ups that they had on the field. He was stretching on the side. So certainly this is something that's bothering him.
Yeah, an important piece of that offensive line heading back. Big Dom Athletic training staff, Philly personnel. Big third down here with 8:18 to go. Hurts, deep drop with time, throws complete but short of the first down. As Goddard is gang tackled again. Trayvon Diggs over there as well, right at midfield. Hurts looking over to the sideline with 4th and 4. And will they go?
With the way these offenses have been going, not in the second half, but before, you certainly are at least going to go hard count here and see what happens. But I think they're actually going for it. I don't think you want Dallas having the ball with 7 minutes to go and a chance to go win the game with their offense.
An offside would give them a first down. And there is the delay again.
Delay game. Offense. 5-yard penalty. 4th down.
So now they'll try to pin them with the punt. So interesting, after nobody could be stopped with all the scores, every possession in that first half. We had the field goal to start the second half and nothing since. And Braden Mann will try to play keep away with Cavante Turpin, the uber dangerous return man for the Cowboys.
Wow.
Wobbler, tough to catch. Turpin can't get his hands on it. So well done by Braden Mann. 2 good punts that Turpin couldn't return. One because of hang time, that one because of direction. Cowboys haven't been of her doing that. Look forward to seeing that right before kickoff for the Bills and Ravens on NBC. Prescott starting from his own 11. CeeDee Lamb having a night. Out of bounds, first down right around the 23 as Lamb catches his 7th of the evening.
Yeah, we might be getting some entertaining action going on down there now, because we're seeing CeeDee matched up one-on-one against Quinyon Mitchell, and those are 2 of the really top-end players in the league. Let's see how much they stay with that.
From the 24, Williams inside. The pressure erases any hope. Jalix Hunt counted on a lot of this Philadelphia team this year, with the penetration for the loss of a couple.
You'll see Hunt just jump right inside the block here and be able to make that play in the backfield. That was really big, because it was starting to feel like Dallas might have a little something going. Put the ball back in the hands of Dak now, and really feel like these receivers are going to have to go win the football game for Dallas if they're going to get it done.
Prescott setting it up to that left side. Turpin made one-man miss, but no more than that. They were waiting for him. Makuba, the safety. Campbell, the rookie linebacker. The first and second round picks combined there for Philly.
And once again, it's the pressure. It has been the difference really in this half. Vic Fangio has been consistently bringing pressure, that time from the linebacker position. Dak had to get rid of it. Now they're in 3rd and long. That 5-man pressure has really flipped this game here in the second half.
3rd and 10. CeeDee Lamb is standing on the end. And Dak, deep drop, pressured again. Floats it. Williams. 3 Eagles are there. And after a first down in the first play, Philadelphia's defense steps up, and Dallas will punch it away.
Yeah, and that time no good. This is just a 4-man pressure up here. This Cowboys offensive line has to be able to hold up. That was a fairly simple stunt. The rookie Tyler Booker was late getting off to make the play and simply forced Dak to throw it away sooner than he wanted to.
Brian Anger kicks to Jahan Dotson. Hang time here. Dotson, fair catch of a 48-yard kick at the 25-yard line. Hope to get a road victory in this opener against the defending champion Eagles. Gene sitting there as well. Philadelphia from the 24-yard line. With Barkley as the back, and those inside runs, Chris, have been shut down here in this second half, and add the absence of Dickerson to that now.
Man, look at all the defenders. The Dallas Cowboys, they're just going to come up and say, we're taking away Saquon Barkley. Look at this. The number of bodies up here, and they're all flying across the line of scrimmage. And don't forget now that Brett Toth is in there playing the other guard position. So if you're going to attack and maybe confuse the group that hasn't been in there together, you might rather attack inside right now rather than the edges.
Hurts first look covered, escaping left, and he goes out of bounds as well, pushed there on the sideline. Williams was in pursuit, looked like that hand was on him before he got to the white of the sideline. Third down coming. Yep.
Good call, and they need a good call right here too. This is the biggest play of the game. Not often you get this offense backed up like this, and what we saw in the first half is when this happened, we got the scramble and we got Jalen Hurts out making plays. Job one now is don't let him escape.
Four in the pattern. There's the flush, man chasing. It is caught after the catch. Dotson is stopped. Jahan Dotson hit at the 30. Deron Bland, Kaiir Elam been all right here in his Cowboy debut. And Philly will punch it away with 3:35 to go.
Going to end up getting a loop around here. So as the scramble begins to happen, they've got accountability all the way across. You got the spy in that situation and able to go all the way across the field there to force the completed pass, but no first down.
A nice adjustment from Matt Eberflus, the defensive coordinator. Man has not let Turpin return it twice here. Sprinting to get his hands on that and cannot. And you can see his frustration for all three timeouts.
I'm staying in 2 minutes. This is already a very thin defensive line. I don't want them substituting one time until I get to the 2-minute warning. And I want those guys out there playing, but plenty of time. The Cowboys can run the ball. They can do anything they want.
Javonte Williams, the back. It's caught by Ferguson. Out of bounds with Zach Bond covering at the 23-yard line. You talk about the absence of Carter inside. Jordan Davis has been on the field a lot. Ferguson, terrific full one-handed grab there.
Sure it was. That was a gutsy throw on the part of Prescott as well, but a good drive starter for them. We may have to see Dak run the football a little bit here too before it's done.
Handcuffed by the snap, hit as he throws, almost intercepted. Whoa, that was problem times 3. Snap, pressure, and near pick.
Called it. Good catch, and then he threw it into traffic one more time, and CD slipped, and Quinyon just about, he should have had it. Should have been game over.
Now 3rd and 5. Four-man pressure, picked up. Prescott's throw is caught by George Pickens at the sideline. First down, Dallas at the 38.
One thing you always see out of Pickens is he extends his arms to make catches. If he did not here, he would have had that ball stripped out of his hands. But as he is able to stretch out, it's why you see him make so many of those contested catches, because he extends the arms and makes the play.
For a second with the officials. Now they let it go here. Got out of bounds, so the clock was stopped. 2:47. Prescott looked in middle, covered, coming downfield for a wham! CD couldn't hang on! Ricocheted to Blankenship's hands, incomplete.
What a throw by Dak Prescott, and it hit CD right in the hands. That's two. That's two in the second half that he has not been able to hold on to. Wow.
Second and 10. In time, traffic, that throw is incomplete. That one was in harm's way for Luke Schoonmaker. Cooper DeJean, the second-year star nickel.
And right now, the Eagles are just coming with that four-man pressure. And for CeeDee Lamb, he's sick. He had a chance to flip this game with a play that was tailor-made for him. He just doesn't drop those balls.
Third and 10. Prescott, nothing open, comes back underneath. Williams, the nice catch, decision time. Shy of the 45, need to get to the 48. Closing in on the 2-minute warning, what do they do?
I think you go for it.
Jump the ball right away here.
They still have all 3 timeouts remaining and the 2-minute warning if they get this play off in time. Try and get it the cheap one too.
Yep. Just take it down to the 2-minute warning. See if they could have gotten a free 5 with the offside. That'll reset to 2 as we hit the 2-minute warning here in Philadelphia. We had points on the first 8 drives. We've only had points on 1 of the last 6 as Dallas tries to work.
If you go spread, he would have an opportunity to pick this first down up. We haven't seen him run though.
2-minute warning gives the Eagles pass rush a chance to recharge. 4th and 3.
They're bringing pressure, at least showing it.
And they are bringing it. And Prescott's lofting it. CD couldn't bring that one in either. 3rd time in the half. Eagles take over on downs.
Dak knew what he was doing. As soon as they brought the pressure, here come the blitzers. They were going to come get him, which meant one-on-one on the outside. Who's your best player? Here it comes. Hard catch, but catchable. Tough catch.
Yeah, tough one.
Tough
right?
catch.
You got it. So game not over, although CD just so frustrated with what has happened since the break. A couple of opportunities. Again, Dallas, all 3 timeouts, can get the ball back if they can stop Philly with about 1:20 or so to go. Trying to stop Barkley, trapped down from behind. Once again, Sam Williams off the edge, in on the play. CeeDee Lamb heading towards the medical tent here as the Cowboys take the first timeout at 1:50.
Don't know what happened to CD, but Dak Prescott has to be a little sick of the opportunities that have been presented that they have not converted on.
This was the first one in that drive.
Then he had the one on the crossing route.
Yep.
And that is just a tough catch.
Yes.
That's a tough play. That one doesn't go down in the drop category for me.
Second down coming up. Philadelphia again stopped on a first down run, which has been one of the themes since the break.
It really has been, but CD's going to catch one pretty soon, so you got to get the first down here.
Dallas must get it done here. They're going to throw on second down with Hurts. It is complete to A.J. Brown. His first target, and he stays in bounds with momentum, forcing Schottenheimer to use his second timeout before 3rd and 2. And these knowledgeable fans know it had been quiet for A.J. He gets on the board with a grab at a key moment.
You know, it's really interesting coming up to this next one. That ball is 1.5 yards or so short. is this the opportunity now where you just tush push it twice? When you go, we're going to win the game with our best play. May not be able to get it the first time, but I haven't seen them stop them for a yard or yard and a half yet.
On target to Brown. 7 of the 19 completions to receivers here tonight.
But also remember Landon Dickerson not in there, and you're making the transition from Mekhi Becton from a year ago.
Jeffrey Lurie, the owner of the Eagles, watches as well. 3rd and 2. Eagles have it spread out. Trying to get a first down to close it out. And they go empty.
Better spy.
Hurts looking to take off. Hurts has the first down. Jalen Hurts does it with his legs, which took care of those early drives. Dallas takes their final timeout.
When you go empty, you just have so many bodies in here. I thought they might be spying right there, but they did not. They sent the tight end down to get right in front of Sanborn. But when you go empty against the Philadelphia Eagles, you just know what's coming. When the money is on the line, when the game is on the line, Jalen Hurts is going to run the ball. Everybody knows it, and they still can't stop it.
Like you said, 3rd downs. 3rd downs, and he is taking care of business on 3rd downs tonight. Chevrolet postgame coming up. Melissa interviews the stars of the game. We'll look ahead to our Sunday night game in Orchard Park. All Philadelphia needs to do is not have a disaster with the snap, and they'll get an opening night win. Shoving there as Williams went into Calcaterra, the tight end. It started chippy. It ends on edge.
Throw him out.
CeeDee Lamb. And the Cowboys put up a good fight here on opening night. Kind of one of those, he knows he's made some of those plays before. And probably will pretty darn soon again as well. But not tonight.
Those hurt. And I mean, this was a great opportunity for the Dallas Cowboys. A great opportunity to come in here and knock off the world champs. And Brian Schottenheimer knows it. This was a missed chance from stars and playmakers that ordinarily make those plays.
And on opening night, Philly and Dallas delivers. And the champs get win 1.
Good luck the rest of the way. Watch out, guys.
Coaches exchange greetings. We'll see each other at week 12 in Arlington. But win 1 of the season goes to the team that won the last one last season.